the stereotypes that flow from older workers are often really false and need to be undone by a series of mechanisms that I think we can collectively play a role in. The other thing is to point out for companies where they do hire very diverse workforces that usually diversity is good for the bottom line. That in fact this isn't a favor for people, that having a diverse workforce, especially in terms of age and gender, racial ethnic differences, turns out usually to make better products, be efficient for teams. There have been companies, including auto manufacturers, from kind of blue collar teams to very white collar teams, that show that diverse workforces can be very productive. So it's a double-edged sword, but acknowledging it is step number one.
Thank you.
I agree with Lisa, and I don't think we can really capture the abilities of our older adults in the workforce if we don't deal with discrimination. Other countries that are seeing their economy slow down, or their the size of their labor force, like Germany, are actively having the employers engage with a variety of ways to accommodate their workers. So BMW, for example, put in ergonomic all kinds of things to make their programs more ergonomic. So the floors were softer. People had to lift less. They did this to encourage their older workers to stay on, but found that it helped productivity of everyone. They're finding mentorship programs from their older workers down to younger workers to transfer knowledge. All of these things are good for a company's bottom line, but we do have so many perceptions at the hiring manager, at the employer, I think in this country, that really need to change. And if we don't, I think companies will fall behind.
Great, thank you. We've also had a number of questions about disparities coming in, so I just want to share one of those. This is from Bob Harutyan. The unemployment rate of low income, i.e. less than 20,000 per year workers ages 55 plus, has consistently been 3 times greater than the rate for all workers ages 55 plus. For example, in 2014, the age 55 plus low income unemployment rate was 13.3% compared to 4.4% for age 55 plus workers as a whole. What can be done to reduce this great disparity?
That's a tough one to tackle, but does anybody have ideas there?
There are a lot of, this is a huge issue, and there are a lot of different possible ways of approaching it. Figuring out ways to reach and engage individuals who have found either work or volunteer opportunities to be inaccessible is really important, and we need a lot more policies to ensure that these types of opportunities are accessible. Volunteering, for example, is oftentimes a pathway to employment for many people, and so thinking about how we might provide stipends for individuals so that volunteer opportunities can be more accessible. We can that can help to offset the costs to individuals in participating in volunteer opportunities. The volunteer opportunities can oftentimes provide training, allow individuals to make social connections that are allow them to get work, which is helpful. Also, supporting federal programs that are targeting low-income employees, low-income workers, like the Senior Community Service Employment Program, which is an amazing program that subsidizes employment for older workers. It's really only been able to serve a very small portion of the older adult population, though, so increased federal dollars toward programs like that, I think, can help.
Could I just add one thing, is that disparities are an issue that occurs over the life course, that you don't erase them late in life. You have to think about them from the very earliest days. So if ever there were an issue that involved education, continuing education, job training, maximizing health early in life to set people up to go through the rest of life. The ultimate solution to reductions in inequality and disparities require us to think completely broadly across the life course, not at the end of our work history.